I understand that. But they were R2 to start with. That's not single
I think
family.
they were large, now they're
It was-
small.
They were already, sir,
They were single-family homes when I moved in there 45 years ago.
Sir, we are doing some things to try and make that a little difficult, a little tougher
Good.
to do duplexes, but it's gonna take some
I
time.
hope so.
But you have to realize that we're doing the best we can. We're under guidelines and regulations that council set years before any of these guys got on it, so it was already set decades before we got here. So
It wasn't that way when I moved in that area.
I don't know how long it's been R2, but it's been R2 for a while. So they were able to do that, maybe they didn't, but they were able to do that.
If they're changing the regulations in my neighborhood, why wasn't I notified about that? I've been there for 45 years.
You will when it comes time for council to do that. Right now, I think it's with Mr. James Black, who's doing all the legal work to get new ordinances for that particular district, that R2 district. It's just, it's in the works.
Duplexes are junk. Plain and simple.
Sir, I'm going to ask you to stop. Do I have a motion to table?
I already made that motion.
Do I have a second? Yes. Have a motion and a second to table the replat for
Who
these
did this
properties?
Can these people show up in city council?
We can ask them. They don't have
They were
to.
notified.
Okay.
Notify who?
Okay, I'd like to see their plans. I want them to come to city council, they want us to vote to replat. I want them at city council, I want them looking me in the eye, telling me what their plans are.
You know, I don't arrange that, South Texas arranged that with them. Mr. Ramsey's here, he's also one of the ones, so
Yeah, I
they've
know
been
he's-
notified. Now, why they didn't show up, I can't tell you, but that's not my problem. If they don't want to show up to their meeting that they had to go before y'all, then that's their bad, not
Oh, I know
not any of us.
I know it's
any of
not on
ours.
you. I know
So,
it's not on you.
I have a motion and a second to table this motion.
I've got a motion for you.
Sir, you have one more outburst and you're going to leave this meeting. Do you understand me, Mr. Brown?
Yes, but I want to ask a question.
No, sir. We have a new motion that's tabling this.
Good. Hold
John,
on it.
stop it.
Chris, can I ask one question, please? Just for,
Is it on the tabling of the motion? You don't have anything to do with that.
no, I just wanted, for my understanding and clarification, you're asking for recladding 58 A, B, and C, and then in parentheses, it puts 59. So I was just trying to understand what the lot 59 was for.
The lots are 58 and 59, and they're making them 58 A, B, and C.
I got you. Thank you.
Any questions on tabling the motion? We'll have a vote. Mayor votes aye. Mayor Pro Tem Bailey.
Aye.
Councilmember McAdams.
Aye.
Councilmember Dugas.
Aye.
Councilmember Oliver.
Aye.
Motion passes to table the consideration of the replat for properties 58 A, B, and C from lots 58 to 59. Item 6C will be considered the approval of a replat for properties at tract 6A, 6B, 6C, and 6D, which is .9985 acres of land, replat of all lots 6, 7, and 8, block 22 in the Groves Edition.
Yes, sir, there's currently 3 lots, and they want to section them off into 4 to build single-family homes. That is a single-family R1 district. Mr. Ramsey from Ramsey Homes is here to field any questions that somebody have of him.
Okay. I'll need a motion and a second.
I make a motion to consider the approval of a replat for properties TR 6A, 6B, 6C, 6D, 0.9985 acres of land, replat of all lots 6, 7, and 8, BLK 22, the Groves Edition.
Have a motion and a second for the approval of a replat for properties 6A, B, and C, and D for lots 6, 7, and 8, block 22 of the Groves Edition. Do we have any questions? Mr. Ramsey, I'm assuming that you said you're building all single-family dwellings?
Yes, 3 2,200 square foot, 1 story, then 1 2,500 square foot, 1.5 story.
Okay. I have had a small privilege to work on some of the Ramsey houses in the last few years. They are high-end, quality-built housing, and I think that the city would be doing a great deed to allow them to build in our city.
These are, I'm sorry,
Go ahead.
these are 75 by 150.
But they'll be 50 by 150, right?
No, they were 50 by 300. There's,
It went
Three
from
lots.
street to street.
right, it went from Capitol to Washington.
Oh, okay, I got you.
So we're gonna bisect them in from Capitol to Washington, and then basically 75 by 150.
Wider, but not quite as deep, of course.
Okay. Does one of the tracts of land already have a house on it? No.
No, it's been there forever.
So it'll meet the requirements, the ordinances, and
Oh, yeah.
So these are gonna be
Four.
I'm sorry, 4 individual homes with
Yes.
4 individual driveways?
Yes.
For sale or rent?
Well, these
For
are,
sale. Actually, one of them might already be sold.
I bet so.
facing Washington and Capitol.
Yes,
2 on Washington, 2 on Capitol.
that's correct.
Any other questions? Okay, there being no questions, thank you, Mr. Ramsey, for your, we'll move on the motion, we'll vote. Mayor votes aye. Mayor Pro Tem Baden.
Aye.
Councilmember McAdams.
Aye.
Councilmember Dugas.
Aye.
Councilmember Alden.
Aye.
Motion passes. Item 7A, City Attorney.
Mr. Mayor, this is resolution number 2021-02. A resolution of the City Council of the City of Grove, Texas, authorizing the submittal of a grant application to the Office of the Governor, Homeland Security Division for a fiscal year 2021 Governor's Homeland Security Grant Program Interoperable Communications Sustainability Project for the City of Grove's Fire Department.
I make a motion that we send the resolution number 2021-02. Authorization of submittal of the grant application to the Office of the Governor of Homeland Security Division.
I second.
I have a motion and a second to approve Resolution 2021-02. Do we have any questions? Lance, these are the same radios that the police department is applying for through a different grant? Is that
Yes,
correct?
yes. The old ones are outdated, and this program has been successful now for the last 3 years, and we're just continuing it to replacement. It's a 100% grant. There's no match on it.
So do we front the money and they reimburse?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Any other questions? Any questions? Okay. There being none, we'll move on, we'll vote on the motion. Mayor votes aye. Mayor Pro Tem Baden.
Aye.
Councilmember McAdams.
Aye.
Councilmember Dugas.
Aye.
Councilmember Alden. Motion passes. Item 8A, City Manager invoices.
Mayor and Council, the invoice approval list for February 1st, 2021 is as follows. Industrial and Commercial Mechanical LLC, Activity Building AC replacement of a 30% condensing unit, $28,400. For Public Services, sludge disposal at our wastewater plant, $6,652.47 for a total of $35,052.47.
I make a motion to pay the invoice approval list February 1st, 2021.
I have a motion and a second for the approval of the invoice list for February 1st, 2021. Do I have any questions?
Yes, sir, I do.
Okay.
I would if it's not out of the question, I would like to have a report on the activity building itself, the usage, how many, people are coming to use the activity building nowadays.
Well, I can tell you right now, none. It's closed because of COVID.
Well,
That's a year's worth of none.
well, that's true. But when, okay, how about the,
We can go back and.
For the 2019.
yeah, because I mean, it's just, my recollection before COVID.
Yeah, we can get those numbers for you, no
The
problem.
numbers are really down, real bad.
Yeah, they're zero.
Yeah, that's not what I'm talking about.
Okay,
Don't,
okay, I'll go back and.
don't make me look like that.
No, sorry.
I know it's COVID, I'm just talking about the numbers that we have, because it just seems like to me that the whole place is, with the employees and everything is, the cost factor is getting way up there. And the usage, and we don't do, before COVID, we had, I think, had we stopped renting it out?
We stopped renting out for certain things. We stopped doing quinceañeras because it was just too much of a problem with alcohol. And since, just so you understand, we now operate that, we used to have 2 full-time people there. Now we have 1 full-time person and 1 part-time person there. So we actually have cut our overhead costs considerably, about $30,000, give or take. But we'll go back and see what, we've got a booking, and I can get the young lady to give us the monthly bookings for the last couple of years.
COVID's not gonna be here forever. I just was trying to figure it out. There's a lot of maintenance and stuff over there.
Any other
That's all I
questions?
got. Thank you.
That's the entire unit?
Yes, ma'am. Well, it's the condensing unit. It's the, it would be the unit that goes on top of the roof.
Oh,
I take it back. It'd be the unit on the outside.
We're outside.
Yeah, the outside. I take it back.
The big part of the unit sits outside.
And just so everybody knows, that building was built in '75, and this is probably the 3rd or 4th AC that it's had. Let's see, I graduated in '75, so that'd be 50 years in a couple of years. So the building, it's actually, and of course, it was rebuilt after one of the hurricanes. I believe it was Hurricane Rita that was rebuilt. 2005. The interior was totally rebuilt.
Then we put another floor in it.
Yes, sir.
Then we, remodeled a lot of,
No, just in 2005.
Any other questions on this one? Seeing none, we'll vote on the motion. Mayor votes aye. Mayor Pro Tem Bailey. Councilmember McAdams. Councilmember Dugas. Councilmember Alden. Motion approved. Item 9 on the agenda will be councilmember comments. Are there any councilmember comments?
well, I think for, just tell all the employees to stay safe and get well, and happy Valentine's Day to everybody. We got Valentine's Day, happy Valentine's Day. Happy Valentine's Day, Don.
Any other councilmember comments? Thank you, Ms. Dugas. Councilmember Dugas. Being none, we'll adjourn this meeting at 5:36.